Okay, so welcome to the MCT show. We are in the season 2 and this is the episode number 2. After last week, we had Henrik from France, MCT level 2. This was good conversation. And today I have the pleasure to receive Herica Sanfelice from Brazil, from São Paulo region. She's MCT level 1, level 2. Soon we'll work on it. And she's the ambassador of MovNat in Brazil and the creator of Treino Gaia. That is a movement that she created around natural movement and other ways to think fitness in a different way. And she's doing a great job over there. And we are very happy to also here announce that she's a part of the MovNat team. Like I said, about to be an ambassador of MovNat in Brazil. So it's a great pleasure to have you, Herica. Welcome.
Thank you, Jerome. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm so happy to be part of the team now, and I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Great. Well, like I said, it's a real pleasure to have you for this season 2. I wanted to invite you before, but today is a good day. We'll be able to have a great interaction. We know each other. We have met, I think, January 2019. But before we were already in touch, but we could do a meetup with a lot of people in your favorite park in São Paulo, Ibirapuera. A lot of people, and it was great to interact with you for the first time. And I could see that you have the same mindset as us, which is to spread the natural movement world language into the fitness standard way of doing. So Herica, I have a first question for you. Tell us your path, from the period you were growing up to creating Treino Gaia, because you have a lot of following now, and you have a lot of people really liking your method and what you're doing with Treino Gaia. So tell us, how did you go and create Treino Gaia?
Okay, so when I was younger, I used to do a lot of sports like triathlon, adventure races, running, ocean sailing, and kayaking, many things. And but I didn't work with that. I was graduated in hospitality, and I worked as a chef. And
nice.
Then I was invited to a reality show in Brazil that changed the course of my life. That was The Survivor. It was like a very hard competition that we go to the jungle. And many things happened after that, because I got second place in the competition.
Wow.
Yes, I won. I won the race. It was in a maze. And then I had to choose a bottle, and I chose the wrong bottle with a certain amount of liquid. And then I got second. But it was amazing. It was a great time, and I decided to really work with movement. And then I decided to go to university again, and then I graduated in physical education. I was with 30 years old.
Wow! So during this show, you realized that movement was important. So, more natural movement skills, maybe, to be able to go through a lot of stuff during those obstacles and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure. It was like a lifestyle. I used it to participate to adventure races, but nothing like Survivor, because we had no food, and it was much harder to do Survivor. But I decided to be into movement and physical education, to work with that, because it was like my passion. And then I decided to go to university again, study everything again.
Well, I mean, 30 years old is not old.
Yeah,
I know it's not common for people to start something at 30, but it's when you have your path and you feel like it's your passion and you want to do it, why not? And you are proving it. So for a lot of people who will watch this interview, I think it's a good message to be like, okay, no matter what the age, if you feel like starting something, do it, because if you start now, the years are passing anyway. But
exactly.
before you said you were a chef. I mean, were you working in a restaurant or something?
Yes, I used to work in a restaurant. I worked with Thai food.
Okay. So you were doing a lot of soups like tom yum and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
How come you chose Thai food and not Brazilian food?
Because it was I had to choose a specific kitchen to work, and to present my at university. I had to do estágio. I don't know how to say training. And then I went to a Thai restaurant because I like exotic food.
Yeah, estágio is an internship.
Yes.
Yes. So how long was the internship?
Oh yes, about 6 months, and then I started to work with that.
Okay, and how long did you do that for?
For I think it was like 3 years, and then I decided to work outside the kitchen, and then I worked in a restaurant also as a waitress and I forgot the name even in Portuguese, but receiving people in the restaurant.
Oh, okay, yes, at the reception and welcome.
The reception, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and at that time I used to train a lot, and I trained for triathlon races, and that's when I got the invitation to participate to the reality show.
Okay. So how was it for you? Like, I'm invited to this show. It was on big TV, on Globo or something.
It was 12 people.
But it was on the main channels, right?
Yes, it was the main channel here.
So 12 people.
12 people, yes, from all over the places in Brazil. And then we had to win. To survive.
Every week, it's like in Europe, every week you have someone who's eliminated?
Yes, I spent 30 days on the jungle.
How many days?
30 days.
30 days, wow.
30 days, yes. No food, no bath.
Oh my God.
Yes, I lost.
Did you have sorry, you lost?
I lost 10 kilos.
Oh my God. How did you feel after losing 10 kilos and tired?
I felt great.
Really?
Wow. But it was impossible to maintain.
Sure. I mean, and did you have a lot of what I call my friends, the borrachudos, the special mosquitoes in Brazil? I mean, in your part of Brazil that are very aggressive. Did you have them in the jungle?
Yes, very aggressive. It was the worst part for me. Worse than being without food was the mosquitoes.
Yes. I mean, this is what I like to call real fitness. When you're able to not only being physically strong, but mentally strong to handle this kind of struggle, and keep going. And that's why I believe this show changed your life, because you had to go through a lot of adversity, right?
Yeah, sure. There is no such thing as body and mind, but it's just one thing.
Yes, and at MovNat we say body and mind and environment in nature.
Yes.
So the three have to be together. When we talk about meditation, it's nice to meditate in a quiet room, if you can't ignore, if you ignore the fact that you have running kids around, or a storm or wind or something like this, it's complicated. So
Yeah,
that's
I love
very good. So
this.
second place, and I believe that you also develop a beauty part, right? In outside of the Treino Gaia, you were, because you were featured in many magazines for yoga, for beauty, and
Healthy, yes.
so that was
Yes,
before Survivor, or that was after that?
it was after that I became a celebrity in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. I can
And
imagine.
I featured many magazines. And it was nice at that time. But it was not for me. I mean, I'm very low profile, Jerome, and
I
I
know.
don't like to be on the spotlight. And but it was fun. It was a good time to remember now. And it was also good to see that I don't need that. What I need is much more simple than that. And I think that's a really life-changing thing to be, to live.
Yeah, at least it's an experience that you
Yes.
know now. Now you know that it's not for you. A lot of people, they think some things are for them, but they don't have the experience, so they never know. At least in your
Yeah.
case, you had the celebrity status, and you're like, well, not for me. And I have to say that I was asking you because I really wanted you to be on the show, and you were uncertain. You were like, I don't know, and I appreciate the fact that you accepted and doing it in English, which is not your native language like me. But
Mm.
I really appreciate that you take the time, and you make this effort to be with us.
My pleasure, Jerome. I'm very happy to be here. I'm trying to do my best with my English.
Your English is fine by me. I understand everything.
Okay.
So that was this period where you were featured, and you were in magazines, and you realize, okay, that's not really for me, and you want more simple things, more connection with nature, and I guess this is where Treino Gaia started to be created in your mind, right?
Yes, exactly. I plunged into yoga world, and I was very much into this. And at certain point, the competitions stopped making sense to me. And then I started to think about movement, and I started to search on the internet about many kinds of movement. And then I found Jorge Hebert of Natural Method, and I was enchanted by the possibility of being wild and free. And then I met Erwin Lacour, and I saw he was working with that in our days, and he redesigned the method. And then I decided to go to a certification. I went to a certificate in Canada in that time. It was 2014. And when I came back, I had many things in my mind, but I used it to only give yoga classes. And then I started to put some natural movements in my class, and people start to say, oh, that's not yoga, what you're doing something else. And I said, oh yes, that's true, because I mix functional training, I mix natural movement, yoga, and somatics, and Ayurveda, everything I know into a method. And then I decided to call it something, and then that's how it came, Treino Gaia.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you surprised a lot of people, local people, with the way you wanted to mix a lot of training methods, and
Yes.
people were surprised, right?
Yes. And
So
they didn't understand. And then I decided to write about the method. And then I wrote a book about the method, and I started giving classes about this. It was at 2014, just a few people know about natural movement. So I got really surprised when you came, that we can involve many people. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we started to get connected via Instagram. I could see that you had some people training in the park with you, and I didn't know you were certified. And that must been a real big difference between Brazil and Canada. When did you go to Canada? Was winter time or summertime?
Yes, no, it was summertime.
Okay.
It was cold anyway.
Yeah, but not as cold as winter time in Canada.
No.
You would have been frozen.
Yeah.
So you did it in 2014, level 1, level 2, and that also, yeah, you basically used what you learned into doing Treino Gaia, right?
Yes. And I put many things about somatics, because I've been working with that, with yoga, with breathing exercises, meditation too, and about my knowledge about glands and chakras and natural movement all together. And that's how I created Treino Gaia.
That's great. Tell us why the name Gaia, because I think a lot of people would be curious. Okay, treino in Brazilian means training. Yes,
yes.
And Gaia, and because you have also Gaia, do you still have Gaia Beauty or
Yes,
what's the name?
I do. Gaia is the goddess Earth, is the Mother Nature, and for the mystics, Gaia is the spirit of the Earth. And I was very influenced by the Gaia hypothesis. It's from James Lovelock. James Lovelock was biochemical, and in his theory, he suggests that everything on the earth is connected, and that the earth is not a rock just lost in space, but it's a living being. And I like very much of this idea of interconnection of everything. And that's why I like this name, Gaia. Gaia means the connection of everything. Good. Body, mind, and environment, and everything. And I like very much about the social body, the physical, emotional body, all together.
That's great. So, and it's catchy too. You know, it's very easy to remember, Gaia.
Yeah.
And for all languages.
Yeah.
So
it's a Greek goddess.
Greek goddess.
Yeah.
So tell us, you have two different, let's say, divisions. You have Treino, but you really wanted also to emphasize on the wellness and beauty, and tell us about this part as well.
Yes, I've been studying the fascia for many years now, and I started to think about the collagen that we produce with movement, and also think that would be great to do exercises for the face to bring the collagen to the face. And I designed this Gaia Facial Fit that is a method to work the face exercises. So that's why I have so many women following me.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I could see that it was mostly women. I mean, of course, there are men, but mostly women following you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we should try this. What is one exercise, very easy exercise that people could do to bring collagen to their face? I don't want you to bring the whole method, but just one tip.
Oh, one thing. Yeah, there is one that I like very much. That's a breathing exercise that we do on yoga. It's called Lion, and we have to breathe into the nose and exhale through the mouth, putting the tongue out. opening the eyes and looking to the third eye. At the same time, making the noise. Ah. So that's one. Ah. Very easy. It's like 3 in 1 because you are relaxing the face. We are toning the face and working the muscles of the neck and the jaw and the cheeks and everything together. And another one is the vibration that we can do with the lips, like this, creating vibration.
Mm-hmm.
That also helps to bring the collagen to the face.
That's awesome. I really like it. I will not try it now, but I will definitely try it in the dark when nobody watches. No, that's great. I mean, it makes sense, right? If we train the whole body, why not also training our face? You know?
Yes.
And we have so many expressions and feelings we can express from the face that. Except when during the COVID crisis,
yeah,
with the mask on.
With the mask on, yeah, that's true.
But even with the eyes, with the forehead, and there are many things. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like this kind of self-care procedures. Is it right?
Yes.
Because there is a lot to do with the way I take care of my body, and I don't use a lot of makeup, and I'm more like into holistic self-care.
I mean, that's becoming something natural for us, but for a lot of people it's a new thing, not to go to esthetician, go to specialist, because everybody is stuck at home. Everybody was stuck at home for many months. Here, I guess in Brazil it was the same, the lockdown, and people were not realizing that they can take care of themselves.
Yes, I'm very concerned about this, about autonomy, giving people tools for them to help themselves.
Erwan Lecor said it many years ago, and I always like this quote: if you cannot empower yourself, who will?
Exactly.
Nobody will
totally agree.
Empower others. I mean, you need to empower yourself before you can empower others. So that's great. So thank you for telling us. Even I didn't know. I mean, we know each other, but I didn't know this part of Treino Gaia and Gaia facial fit, right?
Yes.
Facial fit. So I will. I think next when we meet each other, hopefully end of November for the level 1, level 2 MovNat certification. You can train me on this. I would be interested.
Sure.
Cool. So thank you for detailing this. And so what was the year you started really officially Treino Gaia?
It was back 2015.
2015, okay. Right after 1 year after your certification.
Yes.
So another question is, I think it's linked to what you already said, but what is your goal, with Treino Gaia? What do you want to achieve I'm sure you want to help people, but can you detail us what you really want to achieve with Treino Gaia?
I think my end goal is to help people to reconnect to themselves. That's my purpose, to make them being a human again, like to move like a human, and to be how can I say, to express themselves in their full potential. That's my end goal. But I think also to bring lightness and fun to the training. And I also don't like to call it training. I prefer to call it experience, because training sometimes is too hard and something related to fitness. And sometimes I just want them to feel the body, the environment, and the experience to have this body, you know.
I think this is what our friend Vitor Carrara in Ilabella is saying, train less, move more, right?
Exactly, yes. I'm very much into this thinking.
I really, I mean, I saw what you were doing in this park with your people, and I can see this is really what you really want, is to give them a chance to reconnect, which for me was surprising. For Brazil, when I think about Brazil, I think about gimnástica natural, I think about capoeira, I think about jiu-jitsu, and think about a lot of things that are done. Surfing, you know, being very close to the ocean, have this connection with nature. And I was surprised that you would say that people, even in Brazil, people need this reconnection. But of course, I have maybe this cliche, but you think there's a lot of more and more people that need that?
Yes, I think it's a world problem to be disconnected.
Global issue.
Yeah, a global issue, yes. The internet makes us disconnected, and the lifestyle also. Living in São Paulo makes us disconnected. So I think São Paulo is a great place to start, you know, this movement, because people really need it. It's different from Ilhabela. People are more connected here. They need me more. They need me less than in São Paulo. In São Paulo, I'm more useful, I think.
Yes, because so for people who don't know, Ilhabela is an island. I think 2.5 hours away from São Paulo. And of course, you are actually there as we speak. And we can see a bit of beautiful nature out of the window. And I've been there, so I can tell everybody that it's an amazing place, except the mosquitoes. but if it's just beautiful, everything is amazing, and you really feel part of nature because nature is all around. And anyway, it's beautiful. And Sao Paulo is a city, you know, it's a urban environment. And people go to work, go to the office, take the car, take the tram, take whatever transportation, do their 9 to 5. And that's why you're saying it's a global issue. You can be in Brazil, but still be stuck in your car in traffic jams, right?
Exactly, yes.
And people are trapped because they want to make a living, they want to buy the stuff they want to buy, and slowly but surely they realize that, or maybe they don't realize that they are losing their potential until they get injured and they go to a doctor or they go to a physical therapist. And that hopefully, thankfully, we have those people. But also we need trainers and movement lovers like you and others in our community to tell them also, how about not doing rehab only, but doing prehab and reconnecting, you know? So, sorry, you want to say?
Yes, I also work in a community center here in São Paulo. And I work with many people and many elderly people. And it's very important to rescue their movements also. So it's just for every people. It's amazing.
What do you give them? Like we talk about the elderly, old people. What do you give them as movements to reconnect?
A lot of ground movements. I normally take my pyramids, the bamboo pyramids.
We can see one behind you.
Yeah, there.
Yes.
And then we can also train climbing and some jumping and some just little jumps, but jumping, and go under and over the things, yes, and balance too, and some lifting and carrying with lighted things, yes.
So
throwing and catching, I can do many things with them. I do almost everything.
At low intensity, right?
Low intensity, yes.
Okay. You know, for people who are watching it maybe for the first time and discover MovNat, we call it the MovNat tree, when in the roots we have ground movement, get-ups, transitions, variations, positions, and we then talk about breathing, we talk about lifting, balancing, and so on. And then we go up on the tree, and then in the branches, you have the climbing part, the vaulting part, the jumping that are more explosive or more complex. And I'm glad that you were talking about ground movement first, balance first, before doing anything else. And of course, breathing exercises with your yoga background. I'm sure they really like it. This is the pyramid we see behind you. Is it one of your concepts? Because I actually, outside of Treino Gaia, I've never seen those pyramids.
No, it's not mine. It's from a guy from Brasilia. It's somewhere else in Brazil. Mm-hmm. And he designed these pyramids to recreate a tree climbing. Did you understand?
Sure. Yeah.
And it's very easy to carry and to
mount.
To montar.
To mount. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's natural.
So it's made of what? Of bamboo?
Bamboo, yes. And it's very nice to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of your classes indoors. You usually do indoors, right?
More, yeah.
Yes. And people had great fun on those pyramids.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
So I obviously during the lockdown period, I guess you could not do this, right?
No, I'm just with online classes.
Okay, so are you doing online classes in this room?
No, yeah, in this room, not with the pyramid.
Okay.
But I have a room with the floor is like big. And I have here some kettlebells, balls, and everything I need.
So the situation is it getting better in Brazil right now for the COVID? People are, I guess, are anxious to be back, meeting each other again and doing things from their real life.
Yeah, I think it's getting better now. I'm an optimist about this.
Yeah, we all cross fingers, for the world to get back to, like you said, to connecting again, real connection, not only connection. I personally can't wait to meet you and the team over there and all the friends I made over there, Marina and everybody in Sao Paulo. And also I want to go to Ilhabela as well, because right after the level 1, level 2 certification, we have this jungle experience, the ancestral experience with Vitor. It's another workshop right after level 1, level 2, and he's teaching us how to move in the jungle and how to, basically live off what we can find in nature, like banana trees and stuff like this, and doing some nice barbecue as well. So it's a nice overall experience. So let's hope everything can be done, right?
Yeah, I'm really, I really want that to happen. But if it's not happening now, it's happening soon.
Exactly.
Because, yeah, we are working for that, and people are also waiting for that.
Yes, we have the same experience in Europe. We had to postpone some events during the year, and we could, thankfully, we could do them a few months later. I'm thinking about France, for example, in my country. We were able to do all 3 events that we planned during the year. So it was a lot of outdoors. It was a lot of, you know, care on how we were doing the movements to respect COVID restrictions. But overall, people were very happy that we were able to do it because they were signed up, they were ready for it, they want to have the experience. They you know, media is talking a lot, but when we can, when there is a will, there is a way, as we say, you know. So if we can do it end of November, great. If we cannot, we'll just wait a couple of more months and we'll do it, no problem.
Yeah, sure.
So
I'm looking forward to this.
me too. Tell us, since we are talking about certifications and events, the first time we met was during the meetup. Okay, so we had some talks, I think, end of 2018, and I was actually going. The short story is that I was going to Brazil for my job. I was a sales representative in a company, and they sent me to Brazil, to Curitiba in São Paulo. And I had this conversation with you, like, why not just creating a meetup for people to see if they are interested in, you know, having a few hours with me and, you know, coaching MovNat. And it turned out to be a great event.
Yeah, that's true. People get so excited. It was a surprise for me when so many people show up. And I got really happy with that because I was working with natural movement for many years, and the movement here was very shy, I would say. And then when you came, everybody went there to learn from you. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was a great experience. I didn't expect, I think we were close to 40 people. We were 35 or something. And everybody came to me saying, thank you for being here. That's great. And we had a great time. I remember we did 3 full hours of, we started, like you said, ground movement, we did crawling. It was raining in and out, but the good thing about this park is that we had some covered area, and we were able to do to use this covered area and to do some jumping off some walls, doing some balancing drills, like partnering and pairing people. We had a great time, and we did some nice pictures too. I remember, like, when we did a family squat all together. It was really like a tribe. And from this meetup, basically, we could, you know, generate some momentum in creating the certification that happened in November last year with also a great event. And you were part of this crew because you wanted to renew your MovNat certification from 2014. So you were part of this group in 2019. Tell us about your experience, level 1, level 2, in your home base.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. It was like being in my backyard,
Sure.
doing the thing that I like the most. And you were fantastic. I think we got so many things. Like, it was different because, like, I think every teacher is different when teaches the techniques. And I was more mature also in my movement practice. So it was amazing. It was very good to redo it.
Yeah, I mean, a refresh that's why we tell people, and the MovNat certificates are valid for 2 years, and people are always asking why. We are saying because it's good to refresh, and our curriculum is also changing since Danny arrived in the team. The level 1, level 2, and level 3 make way more sense. There are less complex skills in level 1 that are bumped into level 2 and level 3. So it offers level 1 for many more people, I would say. And but even the less complex can be challenging, like ground movement and balancing. Just those two can be a big challenge, and it's good to spend time and have the time to develop in those skills. So thank you for the kind words. I know the pleasure was mine. I really appreciated your organization from Treino Gaia, the way you organized it, the way you offered a translation. Also, I think it was very important for the local people to not only that getting in English, but getting in their own language, live translation. So shout out to Marina, who did it very, very well with us. And I would say that the group was fantastic too, right?
Yeah, that's true. It was an amazing group. Was very happy with that.
So that was.
I hope we can do it again.
We will.
Work for that.
I'm getting a lot of messages from Brazil people. They tag me on Instagram, and they also, in many parts of the country, they are developing, they are training at home. Like you said, a lot of people are shy because it's not yet recognized as a mainstream fitness method. But more and more, year after year, it's developing, and people are less shy. And it's thanks to people like you and your organization, with Treino Gaia, the crowd. You have clients who also become trainers, and they inspire other people. I've seen your work with Lydia. And,
nice.
So
yeah, we are doing.
Tell us a little bit about this with your friend Lydia.
Yeah, I'm doing an online course now with functional training in natural movement, and it's gonna be for old people too. That's my main public, and because everything is going online now, so we decided to do something online too. It was very challenging to put the work into this format, but it's been very nice to see.
Yeah, I could follow you on Instagram. You were having a film crew with someone I know, Imperator.
Yes, exactly. He was filming.
That looked very good. So I'm excited for you and this new project. Offering online solutions is a must now. We are also doing this at MovNat. We have a few online courses, e-courses. We basically have the preparation for level 1 called the level 1 fundamentals. And we are thinking about translating it in different languages. I mean, we already have it in English, French, German. We are thinking about Spanish and Portuguese. Would be
nice.
Be very good. And,
perfect.
And we have 2 other e-courses. We have the MovNat Metabolic, that is more for the fitness part, fitness branch of what MovNat can offer. And the last one we will launch is MovNat Mobility. So that has been filmed recently, focusing on the mobility aspect of what MovNat can offer. So I can totally understand you for your clients that they will need to see you physically, but when they cannot, they will be very happy to have this course. And what I've seen, the few bits with you and Ligia doing the tripod transitions,
Yeah.
it was a very nice video.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us also about this COVID crisis. How do you think your movements or your method and MovNat could help people at home?
Yeah, I think I like very much this this kind of work that we don't need many things to work out. We just need our body, and we can be at home. We don't have to sign up in a gym or anything. And as I say, it's something that gives autonomy to people to take care of themselves. And there's so many possibilities to work at home, like doing some squat, being on the floor, and doing some balance. And that's very important to reconnect, because I think we are very weak. We are very, mentally exhausted, and we need to move. We need to try to reconnect.
Yeah, I think that's the main. You were spot on this. People being mentally exhausted. I'm sure a lot of people will recognize themselves into what I'm saying. At the beginning, nobody was really paying attention. Like, oh, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be 1 or 2 days or a week, and people even were like welcoming the fact to be at home for a while. Like, okay, we have to stay home, but people then realized how entertained they were by many superficial things, because they were used to do a lot of commute, have a boss telling them what to do, the lunch break, all the distractions that were taken away from their day. And then they were like, okay, after a few days, this is you and your mind, that people are not used to live with. And that's why people, like you said, mentally exhausted. So what did you do in this case? Did you get some messages like, I don't know what to do, I would like to train but I don't know how?
Yes, I do. I received many messages from people who want to move, but they don't feel like moving the traditional way, the standard way. They don't like to go to the gym and want to do something else. And that's, I think, where MovNat is great, because it's not painful or not boring, because it's different. We can do like many variations and then do it very fun. Make it fun, like
Sure.
And it's natural. Like, there's nothing like this, I think, on the field.
Yeah, and the fact to find skills that you can do at home is, with one ground floor, for example, only this is very powerful. I think it's back to what we said at the beginning of the conversation, to empower people, that they have to empower themselves first. And when they see their bedroom or their living room and they exactly know what they want to do now, they can do a tripod, they can do a crawling, they can do a night jump, and combine those three skills into a combo. And they realize that, wow, my blood is flowing, I feel great. This is a powerful tool.
Yeah.
So you got that, and if you have a space behind you and inspire others online, that's also amazing. So let's hope 2021 will offer another face also, that we can get back to what we know well, which is to be outside and without mask,
Yeah,
if possible.
sure, and get connected.
Yes. Herica, you were talking about that you wanted to help the elderly, old people, and you also mentioned that based on your Gaia facial feed, you have a lot of women that were following you. Um, we have women in the MovNat community, but we can't always um, show them, I would say, because they are shy in posting or filming. You know, we have many more men that are filming what they are training. So it's not that
Mm-hmm.
we have no women. It's like I think women are a bit, careful in what they want to show. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm happy to have you, a leader, inspiring women. And since you have a lot of women in your group, tell us, how do you feel representing all these women for to help them?
I feel great, and sometimes I don't believe it because I said, oh, I don't wear expensive clothes. I don't show my body like I'm just training and being myself. And I think that's why I can relate to people, to many women, like people who think like me, like something more naturalistic, and they want to take care of themselves. But uh, I don't know. Can you understand me? What I
Now,
don't know.
I think I do. Let me try to rephrase. You basically don't care about what other people think, and you want to do what you really want to do, and that's why you are shining. And we talk many times with the group, with you, about your smile, in the way you express your happiness through your smile. And this only inspires people, because we can see that you're not bored, you're not pretending to be someone else. Is that what you
Yes,
to say?
yes, kind of. Yes, I don't pretend to be anyone else. I just want to be myself and to spread the natural movement, to spread the philosophy, and less superficial, I think. And that's it.
Yeah, that's why I'm very glad that you were talking also about beauty, also about collagen in your face, and all these topics that are not fully in the MovNat curriculum, but are very important. And because also, we are men, and one, and creating this system at the beginning. Uh, if you, following Erwan, you know that how important his wife is, and what Jessica is doing. She's also, developing a line of cosmetics from natural products, and this also inspires a lot of women, that we can find beauty in nature, and we don't have to buy all the expensive brands all the time. You know, so. And yes, I could see that all the women that are following you are in this kind of vibe. They have the same kind of energy. That
Yeah,
they are vibrating. I know a few of them, and they are all great people.
they are. I'm very glad.
Good. Hey, thank you. The time is flying, Erika. That's great. It's a great conversation. Thank you again for your time. Um, any final message, because we wanted to keep it within 1 hour. I know you have things to do. Any final message you want to say to the MovNat community? And I just want to say to people that this video will be available on YouTube, so we'll be able to share it on the Facebook groups and everywhere you want. So any final message you have for our MovNat community?
Oh, yeah. Jerome, I'm very honored to be here. I'm very happy to be part of the team. And I think um, I get so inspired by other movers that I see on the internet. So keep posting, keep spreading the message. And that's it. Thank you, Jerome.
Thank you very much. You know, I would say the message back to you: keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything. Keep doing exactly. Keep being who you are. I wish long life to Treino Gaia.
Thank you.
Despite those tough times, keep posting. Keep people inspired, and hopefully we meet very soon in Sao Paulo and Ilhabela for level 1, level 2 certification, and the retreat with Victor Calhada, Ancestral. So I'm looking forward to meet you and the team over there. And again, muito obrigado.
Muito obrigada.
See you soon, Herica.
Tchau.
Take care.